Okay. Hi everyone, I am Menika Anand. I am teaching computer science at GD Goenka Public School, Vasant Kunj since the last 25 years. And knowing my children, I know very well computer science, somewhere it is usually missed out. Children are so busy preparing for physics, chemistry, maths, or if you are a commerce student, then business studies, accountancy. You are preparing for all these subjects and somewhere we are giving computer science a miss. And now exams are right there. So we have to ensure that whatever minimal time we have, we study very logically, very smartly, because everybody can score at least 90% in computer science. So how do we go about doing that? Please remember, syllabus has changed drastically over the last few years. So we cannot really follow any textbook. Every year there is a change. So we cannot follow any textbook to the T. We must refer to the syllabus. So first thing, please look at the syllabus, mark out things in your textbook, what is to be attempted, what is not really important, or something that you need to add on with the help of notes, because none of the textbooks are actually following the syllabus completely. Secondly, sample papers, you cannot again bank on the sample papers because the syllabus has changed. So you would very often see that the sample papers has questions which are not right now in the syllabus, or certain portions are not covered. So don't bank on them for everything. For certain portions, yes, I would myself recommend the sample papers. Now, if you look at the entire syllabus, you can divide it into three major portions. Starting from the easiest, what I feel is the networking part, because that is the one for which you need to prepare the notes beforehand and prepare initially. You look at all the terminology which is given that, write down all the terms that you need to prepare for. Prepare very short answers. It has to be either the usage, the full form, the application of different terms, and maybe a comparison between things. For example, you have LAN, PAN, MAN, etc. What is the comparison between all of these? So prepare very short notes for the networking portion of it. And here, yes, you can look at the sample papers, but again, you might find questions which are not currently in the syllabus. Be careful about that. Don't get worried about those questions. Moving on, you have the SQL portion. What is SQL? Structured query language. As the name itself suggests, it's a very, very structured language. And so is the format for you to study. It's something that you should 100% score 100%. You cannot miss out on marks in SQL. Please aim for that, you will be able to do it. It's not that tough. There are some 10 or 12 commands which you have to learn. Practice as much as you can and you will get plenty of resources on the net or even in the textbooks or everywhere. That is one portion which hasn't really changed much. So please look at all those questions and practice that as much as you can. You will 100% sure please score full on full in this part of it. Coming to the programming part. In the programming, there are basics which you should do from class 11. The summaries of the chapters in class 11, please go through them very carefully. Then moving on, there is the output based questions. The outputs, please just concentrate on the output. If there are any calculations involved, write the calculations on the right side, not at the back side. Let your examiner see that you have done the calculations. Just in case you've made a mistake over there, the calculation is right there for them to see that where you made the mistake, they may give you some marks over there. And clearly mark out the output. Do not give any explanations. The explanations are not required. So just put the output there. Errors, write the entire code on the left side, put a line, the corrected code on the right side. In the left side, underline the code which is incorrect, and on the right side just the corrected code is required. That is how you should attempt that question. Finally, the last part of it is the maybe the programming questions. Please see, are they asking for the entire program or just a function definition? If it's just a function definition, be careful about the parameters which are passed to the function. They have to be correct. You can't miss out on them. Very often children just leave the parameters and start writing the code. No, the parameters are required. They should match in the case. They are, you know, Python is case sensitive. So match that up and write that carefully, and whether the question says so or not, you must give the output. You must put a print statement to give whatever you've calculated, you must display it also. So these are the parts in programming which you have to be careful about. Definitely you can't practice too much about the programming part of it. Whatever you've done in your practicals is good enough, but it is the basics which are very important, which you did in class 11 also, the attributes, the properties, these parts that you should prepare initially. What are the attributes related to lists, to tuples, to other structures that you've learned, all these should be very clear to you. Now, coming to the paper, when you are attempting the paper, please make sure you attempt the entire thing in sequence. Do not change the sequence of questions, it irritates the examiner. They are giving you marks in a flow, let them give the marks to you in the flow. Don't break that, alright. So, please attempt all questions in sequence. And in the MCQs, be very careful about the commas, the brackets, even one little comma missing and your program doesn't run. So, please make sure the syntax, the punctuators, they are all there in place. Even when you're giving your outputs, make sure you do write those brackets and the commas, they should not go amiss, otherwise you will not be given the full marks for that. Alright. Now, winding up the entire thing, you have to be very careful about small things and you must revise the paper once. Okay? And otherwise, it's something that you can really score very well on. Thank you.